Yo, guys, it's your boy, the Purist, and we're here to talk boxing. I'm back with the one and only. Introduce yourself, brother.
It's your boy Don Kuzan, aka Mr. Too Sweet.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yes, sir.
And we're here to talk boxing. Let's just fly straight into it. Chris Eubank Jr. is brutally stopped in the 4th round by what's that face for? He's starting already.
Like, go ahead. I'm gonna let you get it out. Go ahead.
He's brutally stopped in the 4th round by Liam Beefy Smith. Now, this, you know what? Of all the predictions I've seen, I think Eubank losing by knockout was the least picked, but it's what actually came to pass. Now, 1st round, cage affair, both men just feel each other out. 2nd round, Eubank, he actually came with some fire, came with the jab. He was sticking and moving, or trying to, but he was still put up on the ropes a lot. And I was even whilst I was watching it, yeah, I'm looking at him, and I'm like, yo, the way he be slipping and dodging just looked awkward as hell, isn't it?
It looks stupid. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah, it looks stupid.
You're right, bro. You're right. And I was thinking, yo, this is just, it's awkward to say the least, yeah. But I'm looking at him like, yo, like sometimes he'll be like switching from orthodox to southpaw, right? Like, but the thing is, I don't think he knew he was doing it. He was just getting off balance. And I was thinking, if just even a soft punch, yeah, whilst he's doing that, that's a knockdown scored in the best case scenario. Or if he hits you hard, then boy,
you
gonna get trouble.
Yep.
And then in the 3rd round, whilst I was thinking that, Eubank came out, started lighting him up. Those uppercuts were looking brutal. Just by the end of the 3rd round, it looked like just a matter of time until he wore down Smith and got the knockout, right? And then he was having more success in the 4th, and then he got caught on the ropes, and then he was doing that same shit again, but this time the punches were connecting. And to top it all off, instead of putting his guard up, he said, let me keep doing this. And he got caught with like 3, 4, maybe more punches in the same way, and then he was down. And if I was a referee, I'd stopped it there and then.
First of all, referee should have been fired, because you can't have Chris Eubanks, but the man got up and did this across the ring. He did that.
From the old man walking it
from one rope to the other rope. Where was the stuff, bro? If that was, I don't know if they was trying to keep the main event going or whatever the fuck it is, but if that was anybody else, who the fuck is letting that go, man? Come on, man. No, as soon as he got up from the knockdown, he wasn't even coherent enough to pick his hands up. He immediately got crushed.
It's especially that's where he should get fired, because I didn't think of it like that. But as a referee, it's like you tell the guy, all right, put your hands up. And then if you're still not sure, you tell him, all right, walk here. You give him some sort of instructions to know he's still there. He didn't do none of that.
None.
He didn't even like separate the fighters when he let
nothing, bro.
Up. He just said, Smith.
Bro, Smith was like, as soon as he says, I can go in, I'm gonna, because this motherfucker said 50%, I'm gonna get this motherfucker 100%. And he cracked his ass before he could even coherently even understand what the fuck was going on. First of all, Eubank should have been, as soon as he took that first knockdown, the way he got up should have determined. It literally looked like, what's my boy's name? Zab Judah, when he fought, what you call it?
That's Costas you.
Bro, literally, like, just because his mind, I think like Eubanks, his top half was coherently still there. Like, because he looked like he was looking at the ref, like, looked like he was trying to be like, you better not stop this shit. But, like, he couldn't control his body. His body was having an irrational response because you weren't connected. You were separated from your senses, bro. Like, and that's why he should have stopped the fight. Yeah, man, you explained it better. I mean, better than what I was going to give him credit for. Every time I look at Chris Eubanks, bro, Jr., he makes me upset. Because he should be so much better than what he is. The dude has great athleticism. Now, athleticism can only take you but so far. And I feel like this point in his career, you got to ask yourself, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? You're 33 years old, bro. 33. That athleticism bullshit, that shit is played out. You're going to have to show me something. And what's goofy about that shit is the whole time of the fight, I felt like Chris couldn't make up his mind. First round makes sense. everybody usually starts the fight. You know what I mean? Downloading data. So that makes sense. Second round, I don't know if because he talked so much shit in the press conference. I get it. That's to sell fights, you know? But he was making it under the impression that, yo, I'm levels above this guy, which a lot of people were probably assuming on the outside of the circle. But in the ring, to me, he didn't act like that until the third round. And then even then, I still felt like he was pussyfooting around. The thing with Eubanks, I don't get, bro. He does too much pussyfoot, man. Like you said with the whole, the way he was slipping. Why are you slipping like that, bro? Why are you doing that? You just make me so upset. You frustrate me, bro, because I'm a fan of yours, Chris. I like the flash. I like the style. I like the whole lineage shit with your father. You know what I'm saying? But you're blowing it, kid. You're blowing it. Like that was a fight. Now you got to waste time rematching this motherfucker. You should have already beat him. You should have already beat him.
Either. He might not win that rematch.
Exactly, and that's crazy, bro. Like you got beat by an undersized middleweight, bro. You were bigger than him. You were supposed to be faster than him, stronger than him. How could you have let this happen, bro? I know how. You got hit with that motherfucking thump. But the things that I was seeing he wasn't doing well at, yeah, he was doing well at poking him with that jab, even though I still kind of felt like that jab was kind of lazy. But, you know, he started mixing it up by throwing uppercuts and hooks, too, to throw him off the set. Because for real, some of them jabs, not the majority of them, but some of them, Liam knew they were coming. He was slipping them jumps. You know what I mean? So I knew he had to mix it up by throwing uppercuts and hooks. Cool. Bro, when your back's against the rope, you're not exiting out, bro. You're just standing there, letting what this guy, the only thing this guy can do well, you're letting him do it to you. Like, which is pressure you. You're not even stepping out. You're just standing there doing this. And then even when you're guarding, you're not protecting your face. Like, he's like partially low guard. What are you like? And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you're thinking, oh man, I should already shit in the press conference. I should only need 50% to beat this motherfucker. I need to show that his punches don't hurt me. Reality check, motherfucker. That shit hurt. That shit hurt. Did you see the screen grab when the show started? That was his face. That don't look like a face of a motherfucker that's hurt. That shit was hurt. Like, I don't understand, bro. I don't even know what's next for you, bro. You might as well have fought Nigel Bing. You should have just did that shit. Because now this shit just ended. Look at that shit. Is that not the face of a man that's hurt? Mind you, that was the first time he went down. So he had to recover from that. Come on, bro. Like, it's just ridiculous, bro. And I'm getting so amped up. And I'm sorry for the listeners who are listening with headphones. I know your shit is probably fucked up right now. You're like, Don, shut the fuck up. I get that. But y'all understand, bro. I'm a big Chris Eubanks fan, man. I've been watching him for a while. You know what I'm saying? And he just pisses me off because he could be so much better than he actually is. And before he was letting the bullshit outside of the ring blind him. You know, I know the family's had some shit that's been going on recently. He might just need to reevaluate a whole bunch of shit, bro. I don't even know how to matchmake for you next because of the performances you are displaying. You know, and with your age and what you have done so far in your career, I'm asking, what have you done? What have you done? You walked around with the IBO title like it was a fucking piece of diamond. It's a piece of crap. Nobody even cares about that fucking belt. I showed that shit to a couple of my friends. They said I didn't even know it was a world title. Come on now. You know, like, I'm sorry, bro. Look, so that's why I honor it today because Liam did this. This is a ski mask. Because Liam pulled a heist, a lick on that boy, Chris. This is the limited edition Liam Beefy Smith lick ski mask. So shout out to Liam for doing that. Chris, you got to do better, man. Got to do better. Sick of this shit. God,
you know what? Yeah. Before we went on air, we was talking about how you was gonna go in on Eubank and I was gonna try defend him, but you know what? Everything you said there was facts.
Bro, you can't defend him. You can't because, bro, and you know what's crazy? I wanted to defend him. When it happened, initially I'm driving like before, you know, I seen the fight. Before I come here today to do this lovely, beautiful podcast, Purist podcast. I'm driving home from work. I'm like, I'm not defending this motherfucker because we passed the point of defending. He keep doing this shit to us, bro. He keep doing this shit to us, and I'm done. I'm over it, bro. Like at some point you gonna have to treat motherfuckers like AB. You know, I was with AB, Adrian Broner, for the longest. All my friends can tell you I was riding for that motherfucker, you know? And then after chance, he would fail me every time, man. And Eubanks, you failing me, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro, because you're so talented. And all this shit about, even the commentators were saying in the fight, oh, Chris got that athleticism. Bro, he's 33, bro. How long you going to have athleticism for? How long you going to have athleticism for? So then when that shit's gone, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, bro? Did he ever say anything about fighting Canelo ever in his career? You better shut that shit up. Golovkin? How are you going to fight Golovkin when you can't even take the unstoppable punching power of Liam Beefy Smith?
Yo,
How you
going to is a harder punching, better pressure fighter of Liam. So,
oh, God. He going to push you in that rope and you're going to be begging for mercy. How? What, athleticism? That's how you going to beat him? Athleticism? Get the fuck. I'm sorry, bro. It's just, and that's why I just can't defend this man no more, bro, because he just keep failing me time after time, bro. It's like, you get a cheating boyfriend. He say he cheat on you. You say I ain't gonna do it no more. You say okay, cool. I'll take you back in. You find out he with your sister. Oh shit, you cheated on me again. Oh no, I won't do it again. Okay, cool. I'll take you back in. You find out you with your cousin. Oh shit. Well now you know what I'm saying. When is it gonna end, bro? Like, I don't know. So for me, if I was him, I would just try to fight Nigel Bing and just do that shit show. You both fucking just disappointing, bro. It's just, and I ain't trying to rag on the dude because, like I said, bro, I like Chris Eubank, bro. I love his style, bro. I really do. When he's actually on and locked in, he shows flashes of greatness, bro. But like, it's just getting him to that point. It's just almost impossible now at this point, man. So. Yeah, bro. I don't know. It's just like you're 33, you know what I'm saying? You know how many world, you were an interim WBA world champion.
Was he?
Exactly. Exactly, AB. Exactly. Motherfuckers don't even know because what has you done? You haven't done that. You ain't done shit.
Well, no, but was he actually though?
Yes.
Nah, that's
why. Twice. He was actually that twice. Between 2015 and 2021.
But you know what it is for me with him, yeah? You see how you talk about all the athleticism and that, yeah?
Yeah.
And if you could put a boxer together, you'd put pretty much most of the things he's got physically, yeah?
Yes.
But I feel like he's never watched tape in his life.
Yeah, his IQ is buns. It is buns, bro. No, you're absolutely right. Because he's lanky for the weight. He's literally a bigger, built frame of a natural super middleweight, but can fight at lower middleweight classes. You should be teeing up motherfuckers like that, like Liam Smith, like nothing. Like he really could have spent the whole fight on the back foot just jabbing this man, and it would have worked. It would have worked. It was already working. Like literally, if you just added an ounce of footwork to get out of the corners, we wouldn't be having this fucking conversation right now. My point is, how are you 33, the son of a 2-weight division champion, and you ain't got that shit yet? But you want to tell me about athleticism? God damn. Why you ain't use the athleticism to backpedal your ass out of the ropes? My guy, shit. Fuck, man. I was pissed. Because I'm watching the second round and I'm like, yo, like, not for nothing. His hooks, his uppercuts, the jabs were snappy as fuck. Snappy.
Surprisingly, I think that's the best he's ever jabbed.
Facts. The uppercuts was snappy, bro. When they were hitting Liam, which they were hitting him quite a few times, that shit was hurting them, man. Normal motherfuckers going down. Credit to Liam for eating them shits. But Liam is a grizzly veteran. He tough. He been in there with motherfuckers like Canelo. You know what I mean? He's taking powerful fucking shots. So you got to come in with more than that. That's why he should have danced around his ass, man. He should have danced around him.
That was like, I don't know if you ever watched Liam Smith versus Jaime Munguia, yeah? Yo.
Yeah, I did.
Liam Smith won like every round, but he got knocked down. I don't know how many times in that fight, bro. And he even said after, it's like, yo, I'm better than him, but that boy just hits you hard.
He just hits hard, yeah.
Went from that power to Eubank, is thinking, yo, I could take this. Fair enough, Eubank's bigger, but obviously Smith's put on weight since that fight. But it's like, yo, I've been a lot more hurt than I am now. He probably weren't even really worried like that.
Oh no, and especially he was fueled by the shit that Eubank was talking before the fight. Like I understand selling the fight, bro, but it's like even if like I believe that the person is beneath me, I'm not gonna fight like it ever at any point in the fight, ever. Like I don't care. I'm gonna say those words, yes, because I'm talking shit. I'm chatting shit. But when I get in there, nigga, I'm treating you like I'm fighting for the rest of my life. Like I need to survive. That's the problem is motherfuckers will be treating them like, nah, like shit, 50%. You do that for 1 second, you this is what happens.
Kill or be killed, bro.
Exactly. You can say all that shit, yes, and then go in there and work his ass. But you can't go in there giving it, because if you're gonna say all that shit to him, you questioning his manhood, his pride, and everything. He gonna go in there trying to fucking kill you, and that's what Liam was. Focused, bro. He was focused that whole time, even while he was getting hit. You saw him walking him down. Heat seeker had the high guard, looking through that shit though, staring through the guard, because he's like, oh boy, when I get that opportunity, I'm gonna whop you right upside your head, so nice. And that's literally what he did. Hit him right in the side of his head. Ah, shit. Goddamn. And then the combo after that, because that shit rocked his shit. He was like, oh, boy. And then he just started getting, the recoverability just wasn't there. So
I'm gonna say two things, yeah, that both are like 50-50 arguments, or just to, give Eubank a bit of just devil's advocate on his behalf, yeah. One is, he was winning and he was getting on top, yeah. And anyone can get hurt in a fight, right? But he had that lower left hand, like you said, he like half a guard, and Smith kept hitting him with that right hand. Fair enough, I don't expect Smith to have him out on his feet the way he did. I think that was a bit shocking. But everyone gets hurt sometimes. But again, it was coming. It was like if Eubank didn't get to him first, Smith would have got to him. But to Eubank's credit, again, at least he was, he was showing stuff and he was winning the fight.
Oh no, he was winning the fight. I don't want to take nothing away. That's just even more why I'm pissed off, because you could have controlled this. You could have controlled this whole fight. This could have not happened. This is like an alternate fucking reality ending, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, because nobody expected it, bro. Nobody. Shit, you ain't even expect. Eubank didn't even expect it. Getting up. Yeah. That's why he said all that shit about, you hit me with a lucky ass punch. That's basically what his excuse was after that.
Where's another punch from the gods?
Yeah, punch from the gods. He hit me with a phenomenal ass punch. Man, not paying attention to the shit that he did wrong to let him get hit with that fucking magical ass punch, as he called it. Nah, he ain't hit you with no magical punch. He hit you with a punch of a motherfucker who's angry at you. It's just your defensive inabilities allowed you to get hit with that motherfucker, because you ain't tightened up that damn guard for whatever reason. And every time my man pressured you, you thought, I'm gonna just stay in the fucking. And I ain't gonna leave it all just like maybe Liam was just really good at pressuring. But bro, if you got that nigga pressuring you that good, you better not never say no names like Canelo or Golovkin or any of those guys, bro. Even a 41-year-old Golovkin would probably chin you, bro. And that's I shouldn't even be saying that. You should be outboxing the shit out of him. You know what I mean? He ain't got no head movement. None. You could be piecing him up with that jab. But you know what's crazy? Knowing Chris fucking Eubank, he'll probably do fucking 2 jabs, lean to the right, lean to the left, do one of these jabs, low flex, and then get fucking whopped with his shit on his chin, and then the fight over. Fuck out of here, man. That shit is just crazy.
All right.
Shit's crazy.
The second point that people have been using to defend him, me personally, I say it's his own fault. But he had the Conor Benn fight coming up, yeah? And so obviously Conor Benn did what he did, or didn't do what he didn't do, apparently.
Science will prove it all, the truth. You heard what Nigel Benn said. He says science, he can't be wrong when science has got his back, man. Science, baby. Come on.
I don't know what that means from Nigel Benn. But yeah, apparently so. But yeah, for whatever reason, Eubank still decided to make the 157-pound limit just to prove to people that he could actually do it, which is weird to me. But then he's done that and he's gone to another fight later. So people are saying that's what stopped his punch resistance. And if that's the case, then it's your fault, bro.
Exactly.
No one forced you.
Bro, this is literally going back to the Deontay Wilder with the fucking suit thing. Bro, everybody was so easily able to say, nah, man, that dude is that's stupid because nobody made you do that. Bro, nobody told him to cut that extra weight, dog. Nobody told him to do that shit. He trying to do that shit to be prideful and go ahead and lose the fight. The fuck type of sense does that make? None. You worry about all this other shit, but the actual fight. You talking about, I'm putting up, I only need 50%. Well, it looks like you need 55, brother. Or maybe you need 70, brother. You didn't type in your 70 tag. You put that 55 tag in. Liam said, nah, you need 70. Oh, my God, bro. All of those fucking excuses, but we're not doing that, bro.
No, but
you're a professional.
As entertain, though, I think actually the worst part of this loss, yeah, through the whole Conor Ben situation, people are starting to like Eubank. He's never been liked in his whole career. Through this thing, he started getting liked even more. Even with the LGBTQ fee, that armband it was wearing, people started liking him even more. And then he goes out and does that. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So I don't know, bro. Like, what would you do for him for a fight next? What could you even do? What could you even sell? Oh, retire? You said retirement for Eubank, Jr.?
Are we talking money or are we talking about getting to world titles?
Okay, well, let's be real. He's not getting in no damn world title. Not at this point.
This is a Purist podcast, bro. Yeah, we're here for the titles. We're here for the best. It's done, then, isn't it? It's done.
Do you think Eubank Jr. is getting to a title shot?
No, absolutely not. That's why I said retirement, bro.
And that's so crazy because he's 33.
I know, bro.
You're 33.
Prime of his career.
This is where you're supposed to be on top. And you struggling against Liam Smith, huh? No disrespect to Liam Smith. It's just like, bro, for how Chris Eubanks was supposed to be touted. You got me out here scratching my head. Was you even as good as you thought you was, Playboy?
Who's his best win?
I was looking at his resume earlier.
Gary O'Sullivan.
George Groves.
Or he lost.
Oh no, he lost. That's right. Fuck, I remember that because he had the cut on his face. Or that. Oh my god, another bullshit ass. All his losses make me fucking so mad because his first loss was Billy Joel.
Yeah,
he beat James DeGale. He beat James DeGale.
That James DeGale retired the next fight. He said,
I know. Look, I'm trying to give him something.
James DeGale had lost to freaking Caleb Truax. Not that Caleb Truax is the worst boxer in the world, but DeGale had fallen off by
Look, DeGale, another athleticism ass motherfucker, but used it well, won an Olympic medal. Kudos, legend. You feel me? He was smart. You see, DeGale is only 36 right now. Okay, he retired in 2019. So he was probably like around the same age that fucking Eubanks is now. See, he knows that his athleticism dried out. So he said, I'm going to fight the young boy here, get the last paycheck. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to skedaddle. Smart.
He only picked Eubank because he thought Eubank was trash as well. That's the worst part.
That's what I'm saying. He thought that his athleticism was just a little bit enough left in the tank to beat this young kid, so he wouldn't go out on this shit. Bro, it's just crazy to me. Look at the mathematics surrounding this motherfucker's career, bro. I feel like the writing was on the wall there all along. He beat motherfuckers like Yildirim. Yeah, okay. Arthur Abraham. Yeah, okay. Like, come on, bro. Nick Blackwell. Oh, okay. Gary O'Sullivan. Oh, okay.
There's no one good there, isn't it?
Looking at me, it's looking like to me, anytime he actually fought somebody that had talent, he got smoked. God damn. If he had fought James DeGale, literally like 2 more years before they fought, he would have got smoked. Like, oh my God, man. I'm over this shit, man. I don't want to hear this motherfucking name no more, bro. I'm sorry. It just, made me so mad.
Yeah, the Eubank dream is well and truly over, yeah?
It's done.
Okay, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're listening on any streaming service, make sure you leave a review. And now we're going to move on to Gervonta Davis. He knocked out Hector Garcia in the 7th round, I believe it was. And the most entertaining part of the fight was Meek Mill in the crowd going crazy.
About to fight Gary Russell. PG stand up. PG DC stand up. That's where I'm from. So
where's Gary Russell from?
Gary Russell, I think he's either from, I'm gonna look fact check, but he's either from Washington D.C. or he's from PG County, Maryland, Prince George's County, which is where I am from. So don't talk no shit. All right.
But he's got a Philly beard, bro.
I mean, he might have a Philly beard, but he ain't from Philly. He from Washington D.C. That's our people. Better stop playing. He from Washington D.C. But like I said, his family and shit, they be all around here. He been wanting to fight Gervonta for a while just because there's a rivalry between Baltimore and Maryland and this part of PG County, Maryland. Like, Jared Hurd? Yeah. He's from PG County, Maryland, too. He's from Accokeek, Maryland. That's a part of PG County. So I actually met some of his family in the barbershop one time. That's how close the surrounding areas is. They was wearing Swift shirts and shit like that. So it's always been some beef over the Beltway, because the Beltway is what divides us. It's a highway that divides PG County and Baltimore and shit like that, and a bunch of other places. So that's why they always call it the Battle of the Beltway. You know what I mean? When motherfuckers fight, and that's why Russell been trying to fight Tank for a minute, and vice versa, because it's a whole culture down here with that shit. But
mate, ain't Russell too small for Tank? Actually, that's perfect. That's the main promotions will be licking their lips, innit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I just think the problem with Gary is what that motherfucker is not active at all. Sometimes I have to ask myself, is he even a professional boxer?
Hands break after every fight.
He's 34, so you know he ain't gonna be fighting for that much longer.
No,
it's sick, bro. It's sick, bro. But yeah, continue.
I ain't got much to say on the fight. We knew what it was gonna be. He knocked him out eventually. Took his time, beat the guy up.
But what a cool knockout, though. It's almost like a Future Sight knockout, because, like, normally he just chins people, cold cocks them, makes them see, or sometimes he makes them just take a shit. Like, when he hit Mario Barrios went down like, I got to take a shit. You know what I mean? But this man, Hector, got knocked out. He didn't even, he got knocked out in the past, and it affected him in the future. Like, he went through the whole round. There's some fucking Naruto shit, some anime shit. I don't know if you ever seen Rock Lee fight Gara. He got beat up so bad he was still trying to fight, but the fight was over. Like, Hector was on the jump, and he was like, wait, I'm Hector Garcia, Luis Garcia. I'm fighting Gervonta. Am I fighting Gervonta Davis? Fight is over. Fight's done. At that point, his corner's like, nah, this motherfucker is done. He's not even really here right now. He's just here on instinct. That's a pretty cool knockout for Tank, because Tank don't really do that to people, I feel like. Tank even went on Twitter and had to say, I hit people that hard. That was one of those shots that it was like, I went back and watched those shots in slow-mo. I'm like, man, this shit's just, the CTE I don't want to fight that guy ever. I just take my money, whatever you want. I don't care.
Sometimes that's a problem of having a strong chin, and you take more punches than you really should be taking, innit?
Yeah. And then 10 years down the line, you out here doing this, clapping this. You can't fucking coherently understand sentences because you thought you could take more than you actually could. That shit just catches up with you later, bro. But one of this shit, man, that's why these guys are warriors, bro. But I'm glad Hector, I'm glad he was okay, because I remember they said that he couldn't see either for a little bit. He had lost vision and shit too. Look, that's some power, y'all. If you got somebody hitting you, taking your sight away, come on now. Your sight, that's why they want Ryan Garcia to get hit with that. That's what y'all want Ryan Garcia to get hit with? A guy like that? Come on, man.
And, a big shout out to his training team, because I've seen a lot of clips where boxers have become seriously injured, where their corners just let them keep going and going and going. Yep. They say, let's protect our boy. Let's get him home safe.
Because he got talent. That man's nice. He ain't no scrub.
Yeah,
shit, I would like to see Ryan fight him. You know what I mean? That's how untested I feel like Ryan is to me. Like, I would like to see him fight some guy like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he would have problems.
Now, moving on to the Garcia fight. There was no announcement after the fight. There's been semi-announcements on Twitter of these guys both saying they're ready. But then Oscar De La Hoya comes out and says, until I get a contract, the fight's over on Monday. He ain't said nothing since, so I don't know if he was having one of his little weekend benders or whatnot. So it's hard to know with Oscar De La Hoya, but it's not looking good for that fight, bro. It's not looking good.
So since that Monday, they said they did reach an agreement and they picked a date. So I'm gonna give you that date in a second. Hold on.
I think it was April 15th.
Yeah, Oscar came out, made a post, whatever, with Ryan, saying that the fight is good, blah, 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 blah. But as always, man, y'all just hold your breath, because
then they said that about the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Bro, they said it about how many fights, But
some fights were actually announced and it still didn't turn up.
We'll just say at this stage, it is at least has a date. I think it's April 15th. So we'll just say that. Now, as to will everything go as planned when the date get here, we just gonna have to wait and fucking see. That's the where shit gets tricky. But it seems, we haven't heard nothing from Tank though, too. Like, usually when people announce the shit, you hear from both sides. Like, we hearing it from Ryan and we hearing it from Oscar. We ain't hearing shit from Tank, which was crazy because before all of this, Tank was pretty vocal. So it's like, now I don't know what to think, but I'm just gonna leave it up into the hands of the boxing gods, who have let me down countless times before.
That's the problem, which is why this is the last time we're talking about it until it gets announced, or gets announced that it's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
But something we can definitely get excited for is Artur Beterbiev defending his unified light heavyweight titles against Anthony Yard. Bro, you know what, yeah? There's sometimes you go into a fight, you're like, oh, someone's getting knocked out, but then it goes a decision, right? Not this weekend, bro.
no, not at all.
Absolutely no chance. Neither guys are 12-round fighters. Don't get me wrong, Beterbiev is a 12-round fight in the terms of
If you
he'll go
survive the
12
12
rounds.
round,
Yeah,
yeah,
he'll scrap because he's gonna last. You won't
yeah,
last, but he's gonna
yeah.
last. At the Gavozdik fight, where Gavozik's the boxer, the 12-round boxer, but Beterbiev was fresh, just beating him down, right? So Yard, I don't think he's a 12-round boxer.
No, he's definitely not. But he might not need to be.
Exactly, because of the power. So henceforth, this is someone's getting knocked out. Yard definitely has the power to stop Beterbiev, but where I give Beterbiev the edge is he's a volume puncher, bro. Yard is nice and cute, and when he's got someone hurt, he's definitely a finisher. He put them together, but in the general flow of boxing, Yards don't really put too many shots together. Not in the middle of the ring. If he's got you in the corner or something like that, then he lets his hands go. But Beterbiev will be in the middle of the ring. You throw a jab, he's throwing 7 hooks at you for
and
no
walk
damn
you
reason.
down with it too. Move you around with his punches. Like,
so that's what I think in terms of activity, especially if Yard, if he comes in like this and all of that, he's gonna punch straight through that. And Yard can't count with 1 or 2s. He's got to count with 2 and 3s. But even if he does that, Beterbiev is still coming with it. And even, for example, the Callum Johnson fight, right? Both men were swinging at it. Like, Beterbiev, his chin's been called into question, but if you really watch that fight back, he took a lot of hard shots. Even the one that knocked him down, he took a hard shot just before that. He didn't see the left hook coming, and that's why he got dropped. But Yard's got a different kind of power as well. I'm not sure he could take that power, but overall, I just see Beterbiev breaking him down, just throwing too many punches, overwhelming him. What do you think?
So I'm kind of a wild card with this, man, because I'm gonna pick Yard, bro, and this is the only reason why I'm gonna pick Yard. When this fight first got made, I said to myself, I was like, okay, that's kind of a gross mismatch in terms of experience. You know, we've been down this road before because he fought Kovalev, and Kovalev literally just outsmarted him. Like, he was beating Kovalev, and Kovalev outsmarted his ass. He was like, I'm older than you. You're inexperienced. You gas out early. I'm gonna make you pay for it, and he made him pay for it. You know, literally beat that man with a jab. Cool, right? So I'm thinking like, okay. But I look at Beterbiev and I think to myself, what would it take to beat him? And I think that in this current stage in his career, his chin is ready. It's ready. It's ready to meet a very good power puncher. Yardy might not be all these things, but I think he is exactly what needs to be in order to beat Beterbiev. Because think about it. A 12-round boxer ain't beating him. They tried that. It didn't work. It didn't work. It ended that fighter's career. It didn't work. You know? I think what Yardy can do well, like you said, counter the 2s and 3s. What he's just gonna have to hope on is that his power is at a certain level where Beterbiev's chin is not at anymore. That's what he needs to hope. Counter it 2 and crack him with it. You know, maybe counter him with a hook, crack his ass, right? And hope that stops him in his tracks. Now, that's going to be a hard thing to do because no one's done that. He literally keeps swinging no matter what it is. But I feel like if he can do that, it's a wrap. I feel like if Beterbiev gets hurt one time, and if it's early enough, that's another thing that has to happen too. He has to get this early because the later the fight goes, the worse it's going to be for Yard. But I think, I think he needs to play off of Beterbiev's kind of controlled recklessness because that's what he has. He has controlled recklessness. He goes out there with an agenda. Make him feel like his agenda is going to happen, and then you throw a tweak in his matrix. You know what I mean? Which is that counter, hook, Hopefully, it's enough power. That's really what it's going to come down to. Hopefully, it's enough powers to stop him in his track. But I tell you, if it is, Yard can win that jump. Yard can win that jump, especially if it's like round 6. This happens. That'll give Yard enough energy to actually put on his finishing boots. And I think he can stop him. Because I'm banking on the fact that Beterbiev is 40-something years old. And the way he likes to fight, which is he don't really be that defensive, bro. Like
he's just coming straight for it.
Because he banks on his ability to knock you the fuck out, which has been worked so well and could still work. But I'm saying you throw a little dash head movement in there and just I feel like timing, a good time punch can stop a motherfucker in his tracks, even if you're not even that strong. Just if the timing is just perfect, you know what I mean? So if Yardy could just time him, man, put it all into a good punch, man, I feel like he can open the door to winning. And I think you can chalk it up to just perfect timing. Yardy is at the ripe age to meet a guy like Bertzman who's been through wars, bro. He's been through wars. He's been through wars up until this point. So I understand why people pick Arthur. Shit. On another day, I'd probably pick Arthur. If it was a different opponent, I'd probably pick him. Besides Bivol. So I think Bivol could beat him too. Because I think Bivol will be able to take those shots and put some head movement in there and just outbox him. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Yard, man. I got Yard KO between 6 and 8.
I'm gonna send you my cash app after the fight. Yeah.
Hey man, that is not a fight I am betting money on. I want to clarify. That is not a fight I am spending money on. But
I see where you're coming from, though. 100%.
It's not illogical though to think this way because it could happen. You know what I mean? And look, Liam Smith just knocked Chris Eubank the fuck out. Okay, it happened, bro. And Andrew Ruiz put Anthony Joshua on his ass just because Joshua made a mistake. It takes one mistake, and I feel like
Batavia makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. He does because he's living in that aura, man. I knew another man who lived in the aura of I just knocked motherfuckers out. You know what his name was? Deontay Wilder. You want to know how that ended for him? Not so good. So just think about it, man. We drink the Kool-Aid too much, too long sometimes. That Kool-Aid sour, bro. You need to refresh the pint. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what I think.
No, I get exactly where you're coming from, bro. Yeah, guys, drop your predictions in the comments. Let us know a few things. What you thought of the referee in the Eubank fight. Should they have let it go on? Did he do his job properly? Which is even better question. And let the fighter know that he was all right. B, Tank versus Garcia. Is it gonna happen? And C, give us your predictions for Beterbiev versus Anthony Yard this weekend. I'm going for Beterbiev KO in round 7. Kuzan, you're going for Yard KO. You got a round on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8.
You say 8?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, let's look at some upcoming fights that could possibly be made. Naoya Inoue has relinquished his undisputed titles and he's moving up to face Stephen Fulton. That's how you pronounce his name, right?
Yep.
He's looking to become, I think it's a 5. He's a 5-weight champ now?
Yeah, yes. Hold on.
Or 4. But yeah, he wants all the smoke with anyone he can find. He's cleared out all his divisions and he said, yo,
he's trying to test him. He's a 3-division world champ.
He's 3-division world champ. Yeah, so it'll be his 4th division. He skipped a weight class, so it will be 5 from the one he first started at.
Yeah, he was light flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, and now super bantamweight.
Yeah, so if he manages to pull that, and he'd become unified straight away.
Yeah,
so he's going for all of
belts. Yeah,
that's pound for pound on pound for pound. That's just like different type of legacy right now.
Oh yeah, and it's crazy because it's going to fly so far in the radar because motherfuckers don't be paying attention to the lighter weight classes.
Best thing about it though is he's actually fighting an American, so it will cause some noise, and hopefully the fight is in America and all.
And Fulton ain't no pushover now. No, not to say that Inoue has been fighting pushovers because he hasn't really. It's just he's just so good, bro. That is just it's just hard to pick on. I mean, think up until this point, the dude who gave him the most trouble was an old guy. Was fucking and then he went back and crushed his ass in the rematch. So like it's just like
I've got my punches gloves on today, boy.
Oh yeah, he said all that bullshit in the first fight. Yeah, you better get your walker today, old man, because I'm putting your ass in the home after this. And he did that, and it's crazy. Like, but Steve Fulton, man, the way he fights, man, he's also young too. You know what I mean? Very defensive, outbox, point style, reflexive style fighter. You know what I mean? He's from Philly, man. You know, the Philly boxers, man, they build different. So I'm interested, I'm interested to see who's winning. I wanted these guys to fight for a very long time. So, yeah.
Well, on that topic, on the next fight we was actually going to talk about, Andrew Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder. That looks like it's going to be made. Very, very intriguing fight. This is one of them fights where it's like, I don't even want to pick, because A, Andy Ruiz has the style to beat Deontay Wilder.
Oh, yeah.
And B, Deontay Wilder has the style to beat Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here, right? It's like, like I can see Andy Ruiz going in there, getting inside the jab, getting inside the right hand and knocking him out. And I can see Wilder just sticking his hand up. Like, little man, you want some of this? Just give him the right hand and just taking him away from his senses. So it's one of them where, boy,
I think it will happen, though. I think it will happen. Because
it makes sense. It makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. But not even just that. Like in America, that fight come on TV, people gonna watch that shit because it's a guaranteed knockout. It's a guaranteed motherfuckers getting slung leather. That's that old school American style type of just heavyweight shit that motherfuckers miss. So people are gonna watch that shit. But like we'll know by the first round how the fight's gonna go because this is what I think. If Ruiz can handle Wilder's power, I think Ruiz can win, can beat him. Just because Ruiz is pretty good at fighting dudes who are grossly bigger than him because he knows how to cut off the ring and he knows how to step inside. Deontay's kind of weird fighting on the back foot all the time. I mean, he's just been able to rely on the fact that he can hit hard as fuck. But like I said, if Ruiz can walk through that, then you're screwed. I feel like you're screwed because a lot of your legs, I don't know. His footwork to me just hasn't gotten any better. Like when somebody steps in on him, his getaway ability is just not good. It's just not good, dude. His feet to me still gets crossed up, you just don't want to do that against a guy who's really fluid at stepping in. Like Andrew Ruiz has come from the school of, look, man, I already knew I was going to be undersized. I already knew I was going to be undersized, but still a big guy. So I've been fighting like this since birth. You know what I mean? And that's just not good for a guy who just don't know how to really use his feet, man. Like he doesn't really know how to use his feet. I mean, I would say he would keep him away with the jab, which he can. I think he will, but I think eventually, and he's just gonna step in that motherfucker, and then the whoop. I'm in here. Now I'm in your stomach. All right, boom. I'm hitting you. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't know, man. To me, Wilder just when he gets hit, he doesn't show me that like.
He knows what to do.
With getting hit. Yeah. I think it's because he comes from not really getting hit that often earlier in his career that now he is getting hit. And it's just like his reaction time to it is just it's not where it needs to be for where he's the type of people he's going to be fighting. Like you do that shit against Ruiz, I think he's going to make you pay for it because he's
100%. If you're out of position, Ruiz will make you suffer, man.
Yeah, he's good with that fast twitch inside fighting style. You know, he's got fast hands, got really quick hands. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Wilder better hope that he can just not that his punches just sting him like really hard because Wilder's definitely going to hit him because Ruiz does get hit, but he's got to hope that it hits him and it hurts him.
One thing for Wilder though, how he came out against Fury in the first round where it was going to the body, it's like Fury could sort of counter it. He said like catching with left hooks and whatnot, but if he does against Ruiz cannot hit Wilder if Wilder's got a stiff arm to his belly because just of the size difference, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's Malik Scott is trainer now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he can like drill Wilder into doing that from early, slowing down the body attack.
Damn, I forgot about that. I might change my pick because Malik Scott, he has a great mind for fighting. I don't feel like he lived up to in his own career, but that happens in sometimes. He ain't got the
athleticism.
Yeah, I'm about to say sometimes your IQ is just better than what your body can actually do. But that doesn't mean you can't sprinkle that on to somebody else whose body can do what yours could not.
Fact.
You know what I mean? I actually wish that he had found Deontay. I wish they had linked up way earlier in Deontay's career because honestly, if they did, who knows? That first Fury fight could have been different. You know what I mean? A lot of those fights could have been different. A lot of fights in his career could have been different. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I now that I forgot about Malik Scott, I don't know. He might drill him on his footwork and make him better at that. Because that's honestly all he needs to do is know how to He needs to know how to play keep away with Ruiz and just keep him at bay at the end of his punches, bro, and not let him come in. If he can do that, he can walk that boy down. You know what I mean? He can tune that boy up. But I don't know. I don't know, man. He's also just so much older too. He's like what, 36 or something like that.
Yeah.
He'll probably be like 37 by the time they fight. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's exciting, isn't it? And what happens? It's one we just want to tune in for. And now for the last fight that was announced, save the best till last. Another one everyone's gonna tune in for. Devin Haney defending his undisputed title against Lomachenko. Lomachenko gets another chance to become undisputed. It's not officially official, but both top rank.
Been talking
Both
about it.
guys aren't all money.
Yeah.
They will make concessions. They will just make the fight happen. So that's what I said before. It's like with Loma, we know he's ready to make a fight happen, right? So it's just about whether Haney was, and by the looks of it, he definitely is. And now this is I don't want to put too much emphasis on it, but to me, it's a generational fight where if Loma wins it, he's just beat a young lion, right? He's beat a young lion for the undisputed.
Yeah.
Reclaimed his crown as the best in that weight, as an undersized person. I think when they go face to face again, you see how undersized he is again.
Yeah.
Haney don't seem like a big lightweight, but when you watch him against Loma, you think, damn it,
No,
Loma's small, bro.
Dwarf Loma. Loma already small. He's already small for lightweight. He's already smaller than people when he's fighting. The last dude he fought, Jermaine Ortiz, he was smaller than that kid. Like he's smaller than a lot of people usually, you know.
Exactly. Sure. And for Haney, he's become undisputed. He's defended it against the champion, and now he's gonna fight who most people say is the next best in the division or the best in the division in Loma. So I thought win from him, it's not going to propel him from undisputed champion. It's gonna put a big historical name on his resume, a historical name which back in the day, blasphemy, but it was compared to Sugar Ray Leonard, it was compared to Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and all those guys. Don't get me wrong, Loma's an excellent fighter, all-time great, but he's not in the GOAT conversation. You know what I'm trying to say? But people are putting him in that GOAT conversation for.
But that's just top ranks buffoonery, dude. Come on,
it is, but people believe in it, bro.
Well, it's because they started off early. You remember back when he was champion, man, they were sucking that joint dry, dude. When he beat Nicholas Waiters, dude, they were just like, oh my God, this guy is great. Oh, and then later in his career, now we on the No Moschenko era. Oh yeah, No Moschenko. But I mean, even if you look at that, man, it ain't that deep. Like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, I ain't trying to take away because obviously he's a threat. You know what I mean? He's a threat. You know, that's why motherfuckers still want to fight him, bro, because he's a threat. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know, bro. I honestly feel like Loma is going to get left behind in the next couple years. Look at the last guy. Look at the last guy he fought, Jermaine Ortiz, all right? I bet most of y'all have never heard of him. But if you actually go back and watch the fight, that boy put up a good-ass fight against Loma. Go look at Loma's face after that fight, bro. I know faces don't tell fights, but if Loma is supposed to be a all-time great, you getting pieced up by a guy that nobody knows? Come on, man. Nah, because that kid got talent, and that kid's going to be the future too. And there's a lot of guys like that sprinkled all throughout this fucking division. Need I say more? Fucking Shakur Stevenson, fucking Devin Haney, like, you know what I mean? Tank looming around there. These young boys, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Shit. Look what. Nah, and I will say if they rematch, who knows? I feel like Loma also did have an off night that night. But look what Lopez was able to do in the later rounds of their fight. But I do believe that Loma did let off of the gas a little bit towards the end of that fight. But still, I'm not taking away nothing from Tio. Tio was on that night. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And look at that. It take one on night, and he took all his belts away and left us in this where we at now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm happy for Loma, man. I'm a big fan of Loma, man. He's getting a title shot. He's got a chance to get his titles back. I don't know. I got Devin, man. I think Devin is. I don't know, man. I think this new generation. I think it's time.
Yeah, I think it's that time as well. I got Devin too. Adam Beanie is asking, well, Michael, who we used to do the podcast with, due to many different reasons, it was tough to get it done consistently with him. He's got things in his life. I've got things in my life. Getting to a location all the time, so you basically mess up your whole day. Not mess it up because you're doing something productive, but you take a whole day, get to the studio, sort everything out, and yeah, it was just a big process. So we're just unable to do it. But we have things in the works which hopefully we can announce very, very soon. But yeah, things will be back. Things will be back. But yeah, is there any other topics you want to discuss?
I see people saying waiting on Crawford versus Spence. To my mans too, who said those fights wouldn't be different. You're right. They wouldn't be different. I meant different in the sense of the margin wouldn't have been so wide, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe in that second fight, you would have put up more of a fight because that second fight, he did dog shit. Okay? That second fight, that was a Tyson Fury Super Saiyan Awakening fight, boy. He just came alive with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And in the third fight, he threw some buggers. I mean, he dropped Fury, so that's got to count for something. But I'm saying, maybe if Malik was there earlier in his career, maybe he wouldn't have fought so many. Because I honestly believe, too, that he fought so many, come on, let's be real, lack of a better word, least talent. Because, one, there wasn't that much talent out there, but also – I think his trainers and stuff knew. They knew at the time that, look, man, this man got his power. If he go up there against somebody who can withstand it, he's probably gonna lose. And at the time, America ain't have a fucking, it's been dominated by outsized people, the Klitschko and then even the Brits now, you know what I mean, in the heavyweight division taking the belt. So I just feel like, that American heavyweight. Yeah, and then Usyk. So I feel like that American heavyweight propaganda was like, we just gonna make this guy fight tomato soup cans. Literally, because look, I don't want to take nothing away. He had I don't know if he has the record, but he has a really crazy record for most title defenses. Wilder does, and that's great. But let's be real, against the people it were, I mean, out of those names, probably two of them were recognizable: Luis Ortiz, and who else?
Technically defended against Tyson Fury because he got the draw.
He should have lost that fight. And to be real with you, if he never knocked Fury down in that round where Fury did the Undertaker wake up, if that shit never happened, you know what we would be saying? Unanimous decision, Tyson Fury. Literally, that knockdown made motherfuckers feel so whimsical and go, "Oh my god! He should have won! Get the fuck!" Look with your eyes, not your heart, people. All right. Look with your eyes, not your heart. Damn it.
I can't remember which record it is. Yeah, I think Deontay Wilder's top 5 in world heavyweight title defenses.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy long because he was just knocking out the Arthur Spiltzas and the Chris Areolas and come on, man. And it's so crazy because all of my friends, man, which I love y'all, man, but some of y'all, y'all not really paying attention. Y'all was just so high on this guy before his first Fury fight, and I just remember telling everyone he's gonna lose, guys. This is the one he's gonna lose because he just has power, man. And these guys can't get past the power. Even when he was getting out, because some of those fights, he was showing signs of his inability, but he just saved himself because he knocked the motherfucker out. The Luis Ortiz fight, the first fight, motherfucker was getting outboxed. Literally, round 7, bing, knocked his ass out. And then, let's be real, Luis Ortiz is old as fuck. Second fight, clean him up. But I had to ask myself, I was like, look, if Luis Ortiz could do this much work to a man far significantly younger than him, who has all this power, all this athleticism, blah, 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 and he's working him like this, imagine what a person his age who can handle his power could do to him, a la Tyson Fury. And that's literally what the fuck happened to him. Do I think he'll get the title back? Shit, not if any of these motherfuckers who got the belt now got it. Hell nah. I mean, look. Do I think AJ will get the belt back?
Nah. I don't think beating Fury and Usyk. Nah, I think that's too much.
He lost twice to Usyk. Usyk's got both of the belts. I don't see him beating Fury. No, I don't. Not as long as Fury or Usyk has the title. But look, this is what I think will happen. Because Fury wants to fight Usyk. I hear him talking about it now. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But if that ever happens in my perfect world, let Fury fight Usyk. Fury win all the titles. Fury retires, all the belts. Boom. Now, then the fucking belts scatter like Dragon Balls, baby. You feel what I'm saying? And then we restart it again. Now, if that happens, now we got some interesting talks. Because it also forces motherfuckers like Wilder and Joshua to have to fight each other. Because they could fight each other now over a belt. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, in a perfect world, just go ahead and do that. The faster that shit happens, the faster they can hit this reset button on the heavyweight division. We got younger guys coming up. Well, I say younger, but I'm just say younger in terms of having been mixing it up with the top guys. Joe Joyce, he could be doing it. He could be winning the title. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't think either one of them getting the belt back right now with who's champion right now. But who knows, bro? Who knows?
Talk about Wilder's streak, yeah. When he fought Ortiz the second time before the Fury rematch, he had fought 6 heavyweights in the top 10. Twice Luis Ortiz. One was his new coach, Malik Scott.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He did beat him.
Yeah. Bermain Stiverne. At the time when the heavyweight division was a bit loose, Stiverne was literally a top 3 or 4.
I mean, that's who he beat. That's who he beat the title.
For the
He won the title for. So, yeah.
Tyson Fury, which we think he lost to, but still, as a resume goes, top fighter.
It's a draw. Yeah.
Guess the last one. I'll let you guess it.
That was it. That was in the top 10.
Yeah.
Had to be Areola. Chris Areola? No? Hold on. There's a name I'm missing. It's definitely somebody. I don't know who.
Joshua as well.
Oh, he fought Josh. Oh, Dominique Brazil.
Yeah, Dominique Brazil.
Yep.
So yeah, when you have the same amount of title defenses as Muhammad Ali, but that's the resume you're given, that's not a good look, bro.
Yeah, look at the people Ali fought. You know, he actually fought some fuckers, bro. Like, come on, man. But that was the reason why I knew he was going to lose, bro. It was a hollow kind of, it was a hollow kind of streak to me. Because, like, yeah, he was knocking motherfuckers out, but you had to look at the caliber of people he was knocking out, bro. It wasn't like he was knocking out, like, Dillian White back-to-back fighting. Andy Ruiz knocked him out. Then he went and fought, Luis Ortiz knocked him out quicker in a more convincing fashion than he did. Not a comeback from behind knockout, an actual just flatten him knockout. Then he would be like, oh, shit. Oh, goddamn, he beating up young motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Oh, he fought Joe Joyce, beat the shit out of him. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This guy, you know what I mean? It's a different type of hype. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I hope he fights Andy Ruiz, though. That would be a great fight.
No, facts. But, yeah, I think that's about it from us.
Yeah.
You got any last comments? Other than Eubank retiring?
Chris Eubank Jr., man, I don't know what it's gonna take for you to get this.
Money fights only from here, boy.
Yeah, man. But who are you gonna money fight? Connor, yeah.
And then maybe Josh Kelly. Whatever happens, innit? You never know. He's certain.
Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly's been calling out Conor Ben.
Oh, actually, okay. I thought you were talking about Eubanks. I was gonna be like,
oh no, Eubank fight anyway. It doesn't matter at this point.
Don't fight. Josh
any name,
Kelly, bro. Any
name will do.
Bro, Josh Kelly versus Ben, though. I'm with that. I'm actually with that. Josh Kelly, what's wrong with that kid? What's up? After he got beat by because Evanescence beat him, right?
Yeah, beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he did. after that, what's up with him now? He just
honestly, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I never rated him.
Yeah.
I always thought, you know what? He's like enough on athleticism. Yeah. On 100, does he really watch the sport, or does he even ever want to throw punches? I don't think
that guy was living a video game life. He thought he could be in rounds and just move his head and win fights without throwing punches. He thought he was going to be that guy to win fights without throwing a punch. Come on, my guy. It's called boxing. Come on, man. Oh, my God.
I don't know if you watched his draw against someone called Ray Robinson, right? No. Now, Ray Robinson, he must have missed about 1,000 punches, right?
I gotta watch it. Right.
He kept missing. But I was like, even saying to my brother, like, yo, cool, he's making the guy miss 1,000 punches. But if you only land 4, how can you win the fight? Yeah. It's like he just wants. There was a specific Instagram page, which I won't call out, that used to do his highlights after the fight. And Kelly would post them on his own page. I genuinely used to believe he'd do things in the corner and all that just for the Instagram highlight after, instead of actually developing his career into becoming a better boxer, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I think that's where he went wrong.
Gross, bro. I remember they were, what was it, DAZN, Eddie Hearn, they were sucking that. They were sucking that guy off. Man. They were sucking him off, dude. Man.
Funny thing is, he had a stablemate who became world champion, but they pushed Josh Kelly more than his stablemate.
Who was his stablemate?
Ryan Burnett.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was a great fighter. I know about him. He had to retire like prematurely because of injury, right?
I think when he was fighting Donaire, I think something like his abdomen detached from his hip or some shit like that.
Yeah. And then I remember I watched that fight. He was in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
That was a freak story, but I forgot about that guy, man. Oh man, I'm gonna go watch some of his fights. He was slick
like Kelly as well, just not as showboat, if that makes sense.
And he actually threw punches.
Yeah.
No, that's what the difference was. Yeah, he was nice. Dude, I forgot all about him, man. You just took me back. Because I remember when he was out there. Real tiny guy, man.
Yeah, real small, innit?
Yeah. Damn, yeah, man. He's only 30 now. He had to retire so young.
Yeah,
I remember
sad,
that.
innit?
Yeah, it was sad. I mean, at least he got to be a world champion, though.
Yeah, unified or not. Not a lot of people can say that. And now he's got his own boxing gym. He's still doing well out there.
Bro, he could have ended up fighting
In a way.
That would have been crazy.
Nah, I don't like to see that. I like Burnett too much. I don't want to see that fight.
Who knows, bro? You know,
he don't hit hard enough to keep him off.
I don't know, man. His boxing ability is pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's slick as well, isn't it?
He could have maybe. You just never know. That's a fantasy matchup right there. In his prime for prime. You know, because he was still in it, 30, retiring. He's 30 now, so he retired in 2019.
Yeah, years ago. So he was 27, literally prime of his career.
He was
in prime, still getting better.
He's pre-prime. That's a freak accident, like once in a billion story right there. Like, that's a good fantasy matchup right there. I would have loved to see it.
Damn. Yeah, other than that, guys, thank you for watching again. Kuzan, thank you for being here.
Of course.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening on streaming services, leave a review. Happy New Year, all of that sweet stuff. See you guys later.
Yeah.